We recently started Season 6 here on the Autocraft server, but I still haven't built myself a starter base. So today I'll be getting some of my Minecraft YouTube friends to help design that for me. I've created a basic outline of a house and have divided it into 10 different plots, and each person's going to get one plot where they can do whatever they want. And I'll be stringing together all of these designs here on the Autocraft server. And that, my friends, is how we're going to build my starter base. Okay, so here we go. I've gone through and flattened out all of the land for us, so it's all nice and smooth. There was like a massive crater here. We don't need that. So yeah, nice and flat, and we're all ready for our very first contestant. Who's it gonna be? It's me. And that way I can explain the rules. So basically each of these 7x7 plots is where each person that is participating is going to be able to build. And then the lines on the ground here, yellow means exterior and white means interior. And the redstone blocks is the walls that each person will have to build to, and the green is the ceiling or the roof that they have to get to. So in regards to the walls, I could just go straight like that. I could go in like a weird funky shape like that. It's whatever, as long as you end up meeting at these points. And then same thing with the roof, you know, you can go straight like that, or you can do something absolutely absurd and funky like that, you know. So that's basically the rules. And we're going to start off with me. So I'm going to start off with doing some deep slate tile, just sort of right here as a foundation. In fact, let's actually do the stairs because I think that would be a little cooler. And then on the corners here, I'm just going to go up with these logs. Then we can fill this area in with some planks. And I guess this corner should also be the stripped log. And I'm going to go with tough for the roof just because I think that most people are going to do something similar to tough. Oh no, that works perfectly right there. And I think what we'll do is we'll just go straight across right here. Just like so, and then we'll bring this up and then close that off a bit. And then, you know what, let's put in a couple of windows right there and maybe a taller one right here. Maybe we can light it up on the outside with a couple of lanterns like that. I don't know, maybe we put like a chiseled stone brick right there. But yeah, I'm going to call plot number 1 complete. And that means it's time to build that here on Autocraft. Boom, there we go. There is house segment number 1. And directly next to us is going to be Keane.
Okay, interesting. So you don't have a straight wall.
Yeah, I did that on purpose, so it'd be a little more fun.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like the detail so far?
I'm just going with the flow, I guess. Also need to be careful to not use expensive blocks, I guess.
Yeah.
You want a good base so far. Just need to make sure to connect everything now, I guess. So it's gonna be connected like here, right?
Yeah,
the
right
next
there.
Build. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I like the gradient of something clear at the bottom, so like stone, cobblestone and stuff. And then you do like a little gradient with like tough and then deep slate. Then you go to blackstone.
Okay, I like it.
And it's not a reason like that's exactly how it is in real life. It's just a gradient I've been using that I quite like. And well, you gotta have some leaves, obviously. I don't know how you feel about leaves on builds, but I can't do any builds without leaves, personally. Yeah, I wish we had some different colors for leaves, except of green and pink. Yeah, I guess that works like this.
Yeah, that works really well, actually.
Yeah, it's a bit tricky on a small scale to make a curve like this. But I guess it's fun.
Yeah.
It's a nice challenge.
Nailed it.
Like that. Something like this kind of works. What else to do? Can add a few finishing touches.
No!
Like this.
Some iron there. Nice.
It's a nice balcony for you.
Of course, yeah, that's great.
You can enjoy the view. Yeah, I mean, kinda works with the iron, I guess.
Yeah, I kind of like it.
You can put some goofy stuff like this. I think we're okay.
Yeah, all done?
Yeah, it looks good to me.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. It was
Mhm.
nice. It was fun. I can't wait to see what it's gonna look like.
All right, thank you, Keane. Now it's time to build. And boom, just like that, Keane's plot is complete. This thing was so detailed, man. There were so many like small blocks that I needed. Had to travel like 2,000 blocks for this berry bush. Geo helped me out with the amethyst, and Klachin helped me out with the calcite. So big thanks to them. And speaking of Klachin, why don't we jump over to his plot? Haha, Klachin! There you
I'm
are.
here.
You're here.
Okay. Well, I guess I will have to come up with a gradient.
Gradients already. Gradients from the start, huh?
Yes. Gradient, gradient, gradient.
Okay. Interesting wood choice. The cherry wood.
Wait till you see the rest of my wood choices.
Oh, God.
Oh, that actually kind of rocks with that, low-key. So is this gonna have a door in it, or is that up to me?
It's your choice. It's completely up to you. Interesting.
Yes, very, very interesting. All right, I guess I'll start using more beautiful blocks.
Oh, God. Beautiful gradient right there. I love the transition from the crimson stem up to the diorite.
Really, it's like a it's a shadows thing.
Oh, of course.
And now my roof, bro, you're not even ready for my roof. Am I even ready for my roof?
I don't think either of us are ready for your roof. Of all the blocks I was expecting, this was not even on like my list of considerations.
It looks like it's a chocolate bar.
Yup.
Man, so many possibilities right now.
So tell me about your choice here, going with the stairs that are backwards for the roof.
So it's more of a depth thing. Temporary block. Okay, so now I'm really mixing in a few extra details that are kind of slept on. This is one of those ideas that would probably get you banned in most countries just because of how creative it is.
What style would you call this? What are you?
This is definitely it's like, imagine like a 2-year-old has a crayon and it's a white wall.
That's gonna be a pain to get. Oh my gosh.
Well, luckily you'll be able to find a store that sells it. Yeah, you don't even need to use scaffolding because I'm applying that for you.
Right, yeah, and that's just a permanent part of my house now.
Exactly, yeah, because if you're ever hungry, ice cream sandwich on the roof. I'm not a huge fan of this, actually. I think that looks really bad. Yeah, the chimney does not look good. So I think instead I'll go with, I'll kind of implement a farm for you. I'm nothing but convenience, really. Yeah, I'd like to proudly say that this is completed my base.
Gonna leave that one lit.
Yeah, thank you for having me, King of Candles, and I just want to shout out my mom and my older brother.
I'm gonna say this right now, genuinely not excited to build that. But I mean, I did sign up for this, right? Well, this is, in fact, a thing. Good old Klachin giving me the best building he can do. His Froglight store isn't open yet, so I can't put the Froglights into the ground as he requested. But I don't know, maybe we do that when he opens his shop. There were so many weird blocks here, a bunch of nether blocks. I don't know if you can see it, but there's obsidian on the top right there. Didn't even notice he did that. And we gotta love these beautiful doors right here. Gotta love it. And hopefully we're gonna love the next segment done by MrCrink. Welcome in, Crink.
Hello. Just gonna start off with some basic structure and then I'll go into some detailing.
Alrighty.
Slabs. Oh, ew. Oh, I hate that. I made it even. I made it an even instead.
Oh.
I didn't mean to make it even. And I'll make a really weird, because I can be mean, I can make a really weird transition point and use crimson planks. How can I go with this again? I can do like one more block. That. Yep. Okay. Yep. Okay. Yep.
There you go. You got it.
Yep.
You got it.
Nope. There we go. Out of curiosity, has anybody put chimneys in yet?
I will not reveal that info to you.
Okay, well, if they have, you're getting another one. Schlab. Schlaberino.
Good old slab action.
Slab. Okay, oh wait, you know what? Actually, that chimney looks way too big. That chimney is way too big. I'm sorry, I can't do this. Okay, well, I guess I'm done.
Well, all right, cool. Thank you.
No problem at all.
Big thanks to MrCrink. You're gonna go right there. And boom, look at that. We are done with our 4th section, which is by Crink. I really like what he's done with the shutters here. I haven't seen that before. So now that this section is done, it's time for section 5, which of course is going to be Rosie. Welcome in, welcome in.
Well, I originally had like ideas to be super mean, but then I just like picked out a color palette and it wasn't awful, so
Okay.
maybe I'm not going to be as mean as I thought I was going to be. Okay, we're going to go with one solid first and then we'll go.
Yep, get the shape and then add the details.
I definitely can't make things easy on you.
Of course.
Are you scared about this? Like,
Oh, no, not really. It's only going to be my base for a year, so it can't be that bad. But, you know, sometimes there's beauty in chaos as well, so.
well, asking me to build something for you was definitely the chaos. And is my height just here?
Sure, yeah. If you want to go that high, yeah, that works.
I mean, I'm not planning on going that high, but just a little bit of texture in here. Oh, I guess I should put some glass in there. I really hope that you're like a Chicago Bears fan or something, because that's what this house looks like. Well, all done. I hope you like it. Thanks for having me.
So, you know, that's going to be our second house section with netherwood, and they're right across from each other. So that's pretty convenient. I'm kind of tired of harvesting wood from the nether, so why don't we go stop by Bear's log shop and try and get some warped stem. Okay, yeah. 1 diamond for 32. Thank you very much. All right, so I'm still going to have to farm some, but that does help quite a lot. And I'm going to call that section complete. I did have to move my moss farm down a few blocks, and I'm still going to have to once we do the interior. But right next to Rosie is going to be Stef.
Awesome. Well, I did a little bit of preparation earlier, so I think I have a cool idea of what we can do. You're basically a pumpkin, you love candles, I've got to use that in my build.
Of course.
Let's see, yeah, I'll boil it 1 above ground level, and I'll add some stairs maybe, or you can add some stairs or something to get in, if that's not a problem. I think you'll get a general idea very quickly of what I'm about to do, but it will be nice. Yeah, I'm glad I practiced a bit, because winging it, yeah, it's not my strong suit. Because yeah, it's nice to have this as a front bit. Then we dig, get some of these in there. I don't know what is going to be where, so of course you can change a few things, but I'll just give you a few windows as well.
Okay.
But yeah, of course, change it however you need. All right, gotta be the king of the candles.
It's almost like a cult room.
Yeah, right. Gotta honor the name. Yeah, this is a little cult, but if you ever start something suspicious, well, you know where to go.
Exactly.
Let's see. Yeah, I think the front is definitely done. If I add more to it now, it's just gonna get a little bit too much. I like the front. I'm proud of the front. The interior might need some work.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Thank you so much for letting me do this, and yeah, good luck.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for participating. Well, at least people will be able to tell that it's my base. We are gonna have to make a few slight modifications to it just so it fits in this corner, because I'm planning on having the house go this way. And the interior is gonna change a little bit, but I'll be sure to keep the spirit of it. Nice little cult inside of my house. We love to see it. Ah, have you ever seen anything more glorious or beautiful than a magnificent jack-o'-lantern? What a beautiful sight. Again, we did have to make a few modifications, like I had to tear down this wall and the back wall, just because it'd be a little jarring inside here if we still had those. I'm probably going to knock this down too on Rosie's a bit, but don't worry, I'll still keep the little like cult table and shelves and all that. But yeah, thank you, Steph, and now moving on to this segment right here, which is going to be FC.
Hello, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. So, how many other people have done this so far?
I believe you are the 7th person.
I've never done sections of other people's houses.
Yeah, I'm not sure I have either, honestly. I like the colors you're choosing so far. Very nice.
I'm a very spruce man. Absolutely love the wood.
Yeah, it's like brown, but not too dark and not too light either. It's like
Exactly.
perfect. Goldilocks wood.
Yes, yes.
Ooh, okay,
There we
nice
go.
little entryway.
Can I do little bits of outside stuff here?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Can I go underground?
Sure, yeah.
Literally 2 blocks.
Putting in a few firefly bushes.
Yep, you have to have the ambience.
Mm-hmm. Nice little particles.
Another thing that I like to have.
Ooh, okay, the spore blossom particles, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, yeah, little birch accent.
yep.
I
love
haven't seen
fruit.
anyone do this before with like cactus flower and the glass. That's cool.
It's really good if you have the glass in water as well.
Yeah. I could see that.
That looks better. There we go. That's done.
All done? Yeah, thanks for
fair enough.
participating. I appreciate it.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah. Glad to have you.
Definitely a new experience.
All right.
I'm quite proud of that. I can't wait to see you build it.
Yeah, it's gonna look great. Thank you. Huh? What's that I see? Is that a normal build? That's gonna be quite nice coming after these 2 builds. We'll just have like a normal looking build. Organized chaos. I love it. And there we go. That, my friends, is plot number 7, I think. So now we're going to do the plot that goes right here. So let us introduce our good friend, Geo.
Okay. So like this is like where the actual wall itself is.
Yep.
But I can come out if I want to.
Yeah, exactly. You've got a bit of a weird plot here, but feel free to do whatever.
It's going to be very basic, I think, but it'll look nice. I would love to use the reinforced deep slate. I wish you could get that block.
Yeah,
that would make this look sick. And now we need the deep slate tiles because they make a perfect roof. I'll tell you what I'd really like to see, like bricks, like regular, like just the regular red bricks.
Yeah.
But with like some different tones to them, because not all bricks are just solid red, and even red bricks have slight variations in them.
Yeah, exactly. I also feel like the bricks are a bit like too saturated. Like if they toned it down like a little bit, I think it'd be a lot more usable.
A little bit of this. Boom.
Oh yeah, little. I feel like I used to know what those were called, but I don't anymore.
Give the little guy some support. All right, and I gotta throw some stained glass in there. And I'll tell you what, I'll even pick colors that I already have stained glass for. The cyan will be your biggest pain in the butt, but again, I literally have all 4 of these colors in stained glass panes already.
All done?
I think we're square.
All right, perfect. Let me just seal this up.
Well, I'll catch you later then.
Yeah, see ya. Thanks for participating. So it looks like we're going to add a second tower to our build, this time in a Gothic style. There we go, that's what we like to see. The materials were actually surprisingly easy to gather, probably the easiest out of any of the houses so far. I forgot to mention this, but this spore blossom took me like 2 hours to find. Anyway, yeah, Geo section is done, so why don't we go over here and let Jushik make a plot. Alright, so you're gonna be designing this plot right here.
Okay. I'll be so nice right now. I'll do this a little bit.
Alrighty. Ooh, okay. Ooh, honey blocks. Alrighty.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Nice little window, I see.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Give you a little plant moment here.
Yep.
Couple torch flowers.
Okay.
Okay.
That works surprisingly well. The red sandstone and the honey.
Yeah. Look, I'm trying to make it a little abstract, but also like okay looking abstract.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah.
Ooh, what block do I want for the roof? I'm so bad at roofing. Some of that. Alrighty. Well, there it is.
Well, thank you very much. Looks
oh,
good.
Yes. Well, it looks like something, that's for sure.
Yep, that is true. It'll be a nice addition to the rest of the house. Thank you very much.
Oh, good. You're so welcome. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for participating.
Yes, of course.
You know, honestly, I don't hate it. Let's get building. You know, I still stand by what I said. I do like this, but man, did I hate gathering these resources. I don't have a bee farm at all, and no one really does. So I spent a lot of time AFKing at Klachin's bee farm and getting the honeycomb and the honey blocks, which is, it's not that many. Only took 3 hours. If you could bone meal bees, that would be really cool. Please add that, Mojang. And since we had to AFK for that long, I went ahead and enchanted all of my tools. Crink also opened up an enchanted bookshop, so we got a bunch of mending and silk touch books there. Also, I know there's supposed to be 2 torch flowers there. I've already spent 3 hours on this section alone. I'm gonna wait until someone else has sniffers. Not my problem right now, but we will get to it. Anyway, we're gonna finish off this project once and for all with HeartGamer. Oh, alright, there you are.
Oh, you're not going the right directions. I want you to go. That's fine. So would I be able to like do that or no? That's
yeah, you can do that.
Of course you would do that. Why would you do that?
Ooh, okay, a little variation in there. Like that.
I think this would work, yeah. Then okay, that actually turned out a little bit better than I was expecting, actually.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I like it.
Yeah, I think that I like that. That actually looked very nice. Wait. I think have that there a little bit more. There we go. I think I like that.
All right, all done?
Yeah, I think that
Sounds
looks good.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks for letting me participate. I can't wait.
Yeah, of course. All right. One more section, guys. We're almost there. Oh yeah, there we go. We are done with the house. Look at it. Isn't it just so beautiful? Of course, that's meant partly in jest, but it is a house, but it's not quite a home yet. And that's because if we go inside through our magnificent door, thanks to Klachin, it is empty in here. We've got giant holes in the floor, we've got naked redstone, but most importantly, we have a ton of holes in our roof. So I'm going to fix that real quick, and then we'll get right back with a tour. I hope you all enjoyed that really epic time lapse. But here it is, the final completed house. Honestly, we're going to have to terraform the outside a bit in the future, but genuinely, I'm loving the interior. So we've got 2 entrances on this side, and then if we wrap around over here, we have FC's entrance over there. I think we'll start over here just because it'll be a little more easy. Also, Keane gave me some torch flowers. Big thank you to him. But yeah, so you come in through FC's door right here, and then to the right we have our enchantment setup. This is level 30. It's got 5 more bookshelves than you really need, and we just have all of our enchanted books up here. I also really like these floating candles that I did. Kind of makes it, feel more magical. But if we turn around, we've kind of got this hallway. I didn't really know what to do here. This rug is inspired from Keane. I was checking out his base and he did a rug like that. So lots of Keane mentioned right now. But this is actually a super nice rug. It looks like the little hairs or whatever on the end of the rug. I really like that. But as we continue down the hallway, we've got just our bulk, like, storage. It's not really bulk because it's barrels, but you get the idea. Got a couple windows right here. We've got 2 sofas, one that I can sleep on. This is my bedroom. Please don't judge. You know, sleeping on the couch is alright sometimes. We've got our beautiful painting of our half house from last season. And then right next to the couch, you can drop down into this into this really scary hole now. It used to be nice and bright and sunny, but now that we have a roof on our house, it is not sunny anymore. But you just pop right back up next to the other side of the sofa. And then as we continue our walk down this way, we have just like another little entry area. But yeah, if you go left right here, be prepared. This has actually jump scared me a couple times because I think it's the room one over and then I walk in and it's just black. And it's got my face and a couple candles. This is supposed to be like Stef's cult room that he made for me. I think I replicated it pretty well. The black concrete makes it really eerie, to say the least. We will not be going in there very often, but it is there. To the right here is just Keane's entrance. Then you can come down here, and then to the right is Klachin's wonderful entrance. We've got some more storage. And then to the left is Rosie's tower, which I've turned into this beautiful little moss room. And of course our moss farm still works perfectly fine. Yep, we have the moss flying up to us, and then we can just sit here and click it all into the bone meal maker. And then I just have a ladder for access down to the moss farm when I want to change it between the pale moss and the normal moss. But yeah, I actually really like this room. I think it's really neat. Feels kind of like a garden room, I guess. But yeah, we've got some furnaces right there, and then finally we have Crink's annex, I guess. And this is Etho's like 1x1 farm system. So we're never going to have a food problem again. Oh, let me eat. There we go. And we just get endless carrots. And it's super nice because our bone meal maker is just right there. So it's really easy to refill. And I've got this like floating candle on the sign and then a couple paintings. Because I kind of like the idea of making this sort of like a yoga room, I guess. I don't really know what I'm saying. But you kind of get the vibe, right? So yeah, quite a beautiful house, honestly. I'm very proud of this. I really like doing interiors. That's like a thing I'm trying to get good at, and I think I did pretty well here. And yeah, it actually feels like a really cozy home. I really like this house. But yeah, as I was saying, the exterior, you know, it's a kind of jumbled mess, but at the end of the day, you know, it still feels like home. I would not have my starter base any other way. So, thank you all for watching this episode of Autocraft. If you'd like to watch more videos in the future, feel free to subscribe. So let's finish off this episode with some nice, fun, cinematic shots. Perhaps even with shaders.